Many 4S. I know there are a number of quote-unquote disappeared Scientology executives who probably are locked away at Gold Base. Do you think they are legitimately imprisoned in the sense they cannot walk out due to 24/7 security and locked quarters, or do you think it's truly the prison of belief and that they could leave if they so chose and really pushed it? I would think Scientology does worry about what could come down on them from the FBI if they're truly physically imprisoning folks. But then I read about stories like those from Valerie Haney and Valeska Paris, and I wonder. Well, the truth of the matter is that both things are true at the same time. It is both there are physical impediments and barriers to leaving the Gold Base. If we're going to talk specifically about this place, then okay, let's talk about it. So you've got barbed wire fences and, all around. You've got video monitors of every single space on that base in terms of the outdoor, exterior sections. Almost the entire base is covered. And you've got a security force who take their job seriously and who are Sea Org members. Remember, all Sea Org members are in a fairly fanatical headspace when it comes to their Scientology beliefs. So are the security guards going to physically, impose themselves on you if you try to leave? Are they going to get in your way? Are they going to try to stop you? Are they going to hold you back? Yeah, of course they are. Absolutely. That's absolutely going to happen. Would it be impossible to escape from this situation? No, absolutely not. People have done it. They've snuck out, they have escaped, they've gotten on their motorcycle and drove away. I mean, there was the Mark Headley incident, to all the way to the Valerie Haney incident where she jumped in the back of a car. So are there escape plans possible? Is it absolute security? No, you can definitely escape from there. And it's that side of the equation where the prison of belief comes into play, because both of these things act on a person in order to keep them there. So the security force knows that there are limits to what they can do. However, they also know that they can plausibly explain why they would need to secure somebody or, put them down or something if the person was being physically aggressive in trying to escape or trying to leave. If they assaulted a security officer, then that security officer knows that they are justified in, using force to return back on this person. And they can paint any incident any way they want that happens on the base. They don't have to, they're not held to the same objective standard of truth, say, that a police officer would be held to, because they're private security for a cult. Okay, so, and people there know that. I mean, that once they realize, oh, I'm in a place where I really don't want to be, shit, how am I going to get out of here? Ooh, this security force is real. These guys are not here protecting me. These guys are here keeping me here, right? The script flips. So, but until you get to that headspace, these security guys are there for your protection. These are your friends. These are guys you work with. These are not maybe not your friends. Some security guards are, but you know what I mean. They're part of the base as much as anybody else. So you're all on the same team. You're all on the same side, right? Until you start wondering, I don't think I like this very much. And then suddenly they're your worst enemy. So that's kind of how that goes. And I think it really needs to be thought of in those terms. I don't think it's an either-or thing, which is why I'm answering this way, and I hope the answer makes sense. There have been... The other thing about this is that both at Gold Base and other bases, there have been different ways that people who have wanted to leave have been dealt with. Sometimes they are dealt with in a very expedited manner. If they want to go because they're a suicide threat, they are off that base within 24 to 48 hours. If they are legit thinking about killing themselves, then Scientology doesn't want to have anything to do with that person, because the last thing they want are dead bodies on their base. So again, there are ways that you can get out of there real fast if you want to. And you are canny enough or smart enough or savvy enough to figure out how to do it. Sure, they'll throw you on an e-meter and ask you questions about whether you really intend on, suiciding or not. But, You can just lie. I mean, if you're desperate enough to get the hell out of there, the meter's, it's not going to stop you. So, so there are ways of, like I said, of getting out of there without having to necessarily even jump the fence. But like I said, it requires it. So that really is a matter of the headspace the person is in, you see. So that's why both factors are always at play. Sometimes there are physical barriers, sometimes there are not. But that prison of belief is always present until it's not. And then when it's not, these things can work themselves out somehow, or they get solved. And there you go.